everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Mimi. I hope you're having a great day. Guys, I've got a bit of a mixed bag of an update for you today. Well, not so much an update, but a reflection. I have spent the past 3 to 4 days grinding on a game called My Restaurant, which is owned by Big Games and run by some guy called David. I'm not 100% sure on that. Yeah, it's been a bit of a weird one. Pet Simulator X is obviously run by Big Games as well, and they've combined the two games just for this one-time event where you can serve 100,000 customers in your pet. See, this is how it gets confusing. In your restaurant, and once you've achieved that, you'll be able to claim this chef cat in Pet Simulator X. However, it was all a little bit confusing, to say the least. The video that Big Games uploaded onto their YouTube channel, which was part of the Saturday update video, explained that the pet wasn't going to be in game, or you wasn't going to be able to start the event. It wasn't going to be in My Restaurant until March the 31st.
And all you have to do is serve 100,000 customers in My Restaurant to get this huge pet. But please bear in mind, this pet will not be able to be obtained until March 31st when the update goes live on My Restaurant. So once the update goes live, you'll be able to get this cat, the chef's cat.
It's quite cute. And yes, it would be free to play, but you did have to play the game. I'd never played the game before in my life. I hadn't even heard of the game, if I'm being totally honest. But I thought, well, we'll give it a shot. Free to play, 100,000 customers. How hard can it be? So let's just pop on over to My Restaurant, just so you can actually see how My Restaurant did turn out. I did do a video on starting off, but I mean, it's not the best restaurant, and it's not how I would aesthetically like it to look. But it did the job, and I think I got some good customers through in the short period of time that I was playing the game. So let's nip on over and we can take a look. So here we are inside of My Restaurant's game. As you can see, I did manage to serve over 100,000 customers and still rising. I literally did stop it near enough as soon as I got the huge cat. I'm not sure whether I'm actually going to continue. I have enjoyed playing this game. It has been fun, it has been challenging. But just down to the way that this has all been handled and how they've kind of manipulated players throughout to continue playing this game, to possibly spend money on it, considering it was going to be a free-to-play event. I mean, it's up to you whether you choose to spend Robux on these games, but it's supposed to have been achievable free-to-play. So this is how My Restaurant ended up. I had everything all set up nicely with little tables all surrounded with chairs. It was all looking lovely, but then I kind of figured I need people, I need customers, and I need a lot of them. So this is how I set mine up. So they're all basically in rows. These are just plain tiki tables, because if you've got the tiki table, because you can sit 4 to 6 people around each table, people will tend to come in groups of more than 2, so 4s rather than singular people. If you've got just basic 1-seater table that you can only fit 4 players on, I don't think I've got any in here, I may have some at the back. There's just one here. So if you've got little tables like this, people will be more inclined just to come in pairs or singular. But if you've got these bigger tables, they will come in groups of 4. You can also put different kinds of tables and chairs down to attract different people. So you've got these gingerbread tables, which go really well with the gingerbread chairs, which of course encourages little elves to come, and Santa. Does it encourage Santa to come, or is it just the elves? I think it may just be the elves. There is another way that we can encourage Santa to come. When Santa comes, he does leave you nice little gifts about. We also have these pirate table and chairs, which encourage pirates to come. And we also have the beach table and chairs, which encourage the lifeguards to come. Now, the reason you want to encourage these other players to come is you get different rewards. So, for instance, these are just your normal players. And then you've got your little elves. And then you've got your lifeguard, which pay 25 more than for the food. We also have VIPs. You can buy a table for the VIPs, but it's quite costly, and I never actually bought one of those. You've got YouTuber fans, and you've actually got a YouTuber. There's a YouTuber play button that you can buy, which encourages the YouTubers to come into your restaurant. You've got a jewellery case, which encourages the celebrities to come into your restaurant, and if you've got celebrities in your restaurant, it would increase the traffic throughout your restaurant. Then, of course, as I've mentioned, there's Santa, who drops random presents of the Santa the Bell. The pirate, who always orders one of the most expensive items on the menu, and he pays a lot of money for it. You've got the YouTuber who does arrive, and he pays 25 times the normal amount that you would, and he loves to play on the arcade games. I only have one arcade game. And then we've got an alien. Not entirely sure what he does. I don't speak alienish. I'm not even sure whether alienish is a language, but I don't speak it. He does pay a lot more than what you do, but the chair and table you've got to encourage him does cost quite a lot, so I don't have one. I also have scattered around some little salad bars. Now you've got to make sure that you leave the ends of these open, because if the customers come to the ends either side, and if they've got things blocking the way, they can't reach them. So they will come and buy salad from it. You also have these little silver cutlery trays, which encourages them to eat a little bit faster. Again, you've got to leave a space, otherwise they can't get to them. So I have a couple of those dotted around. There's some down here. There's some gumball machines. You don't get very much for the gumball machines. I think it's something like $2 or something like that. So I just dotted them around just to fill in these spaces. I then also dotted around these plants to make sure that my waiters weren't just randomly stood around doing absolutely nothing, because I did find that on occasion that they were just twiddling their thumbs. So I literally set up like this, and all my bottom floor was just tables and chairs. I did buy the extra floors because I believe the more floors that you own, the more traffic you will get through your restaurant. You don't have to have things on every floor, but I just went ahead and bought them. And my floor number 2 is my kitchen area, which you can see is full of my ovens, my dishwashers, my order stands, and everything just in one spot, just to save, I would say just to save them all wandering around, but they do anywhere. You can put barriers around, but I found that you'd have to put them like 3 things deep, and to be fair, if you watch where they walk, they don't really stray that far, so I didn't see the point in filling up all this excess space just with plants. These are the items that encourage different people to come into your store. So we have a wishing well, which works every 4 hours. You can only have one wishing well. So I've just got an extra $5,000 for absolutely nothing. We have Santa cookies, which encourage Santa to come to your store. We have a beach ball, which encourages the lifeguards. We have the YouTube silver play button. These are all diamond jewellery cases, which encourages the celebrities to come. Then we have the tiki, I don't even know what to call these tiki guys anyway. They encourage people to come with the flowers on them. I don't know whether they actually pay any money or whether they just look nice. I'm not entirely sure. And then I also bought this little arcade machine because I thought it was going to be for the YouTubers, but it's actually not. So every 10 minutes you can spin this for a chance to win 10,000 bucks. I didn't actually want to spin it for the bucks, I wanted it for the boosts, because it does sometimes give you a reward which encourages a celebrity to come. So here we've got a advertising campaign which will increase our customers. The stoves work super fast in 5 minutes, and I also get double cash. But sometimes it does encourage a VIP member to come or a celebrity person to attend. So this is my floor 2. I didn't do anything exciting, it looks a bit messy, but it did the job. And then of course towards the end, as I got more customers coming through, I then set up some extra tables and chairs. I just did these ones in basic rows with a salad bar at one end and the silver cutlery tray at the other end, just to encourage these guys to pick up a knife and fork and to eat them and to get the heck out of my restaurant so I could get more bums in beds and seats. Again, floor 4 is pretty much exactly the same. And I'm not sure whether, did I go up to 5 and 6? Yep, floor 5. And eventually floor 6. I think this is where I stopped. Number 1, I think I reached my customer peak, because I think you can only have something like 280 customers in your restaurant at any one time. I read that somewhere. I don't know how true that is, but my seat count is currently at 566, and at one point I was pretty much full. So I don't know whether there is a limit on how many people, whether that's per floor. It could be per floor, I'm not entirely sure. So this just basically gives you a rundown of how many floors you've got, how many things you've bought, how many goals you've got completed, how many recipes you've unlocked. You also get little tasks here in the side which give you a cash monetary reward as you are working through your levels. I am currently level 100. I don't know how many levels there are. It doesn't tell you. There's nothing to click on to say this is, you know, this is what you're aiming for. You can get rid of that if you don't want it to be there. There is also this little boost section which which I still have 57 seconds of my active boost left, because this is what I did yesterday. This could actually be what they've... No, they didn't boost it then. I did pay for the rush hour boost, which I'm really, really cross about, because I was on something like, I think I was on 97,000 customers, and they changed the goalpost. And I was down to maybe the last hour or something like that, so I decided, right, I will buy it. I will buy the Game Pass just to see if I can do that extra push on that last hour I was intending on playing. And literally within an hour of buying the Game Pass, they put a post out to say that they were increasing the amount of cats that you could that was on offer from 50,000 to 100,000. Needless to say, I wasn't very happy with the fact that I had literally just bought this Game Pass. I think it was 499 Robux. I'm not sure. We'll be able to check that again in a minute. When I didn't need to. I think it's disgusting that they've done this to the players. I think they should actually refund anybody that did purchase the Game Pass within that first stint. Because clearly they didn't need to do it if there was going to be extending it to 100,000. They already knew. They already had an idea in mind when they did this. They're not stupid. They know what they're doing. We're the idiots that fall for it. I mean, nobody forced me to buy it. Nobody said you must buy it. You have to have this cat. But I wanted it, and it's my own foolish fault. I'm glad I've got it. I do feel like I am at the end of the road with the Pet Simulator X game just because of this one event. I mean, it's a very much a play to win game. We all know that. You can be hatching and hatching and hatching. I don't know, when I joined this game, I've not been playing it for as long as the majority of you guys. However, I do know people that have been playing it for about 3 years on and off and have never ever hatched a huge pet. The only way they've managed to get the huge pet is either by trading pets or buying them from the trading centre. And that's despite buying game passes, having the lucky thing, and then buying the event eggs. They've never done it. Yet you see a lot of YouTube partners making videos, and they're always hatching huge eggs. I don't know how biased this game is towards these partners. I'm sure that there is some form of bias because they're actually publicising this and advertising the video for big games. So there's bound to be an element of you scratch our back, we'll scratch your kind of thing. I don't know, but anyway, the whole part of this video was just to say how furious that a lot of the Pet Simulator X fans have been with this event, and how it has been extremely mismanaged from David. And ultimately big games. I think you've got Preston that I think runs Pet Simulator X, and I think David might run this My Restaurant game. But overall, it is the responsibility of the big games developers that should be moderating what the people are tweeting out there. So let's just take a look at some of the tweets that people have been putting out there in response to this update. Why don't you guys just make it unlimited like the original plan? Let me guess, Preston wants more people to pay so they get it quicker. It's honestly disgusting how Preston thinks. Please make it unlimited despite what Preston says. Ridiculous limiting it to a certain number instead of so many days. I probably won't make it, and that means I probably will never play My Restaurant again. I actually like the game a lot, but I feel you were deceived, and that leaves a bad taste, you know. Time wasted for nothing. The game is good, but the way you and your team handled the event sucks. First you said it was forever, then you said March 31st, and now you said 50,000. Make up your mind. The fact I might not even get it, despite putting over 30 hours of time into the game, is really disappointing. This is going to be the fall of My Restaurant. After everyone finds out this is only limited to 50,000. The rules changed at least 3 times. You guys need to do better. Clearly money hungry. Give back for once to the people that support you. Bro, why are you doing us dirty? All the free-to-play players and people that have been begging their family for huges, and you're making 50,000? I know that is a lot, but literally, really, only the play-to-win players are getting them, and only like 3,000 more. Just do 1,000, it will keep your game alive, and more for the free-to-play. My son has been working so hard, but unlike the play-to-win adults, he can't spend money up to proceed faster or sit there all day. Children have school. You're just disappointed a large percentage of your fan base, and you didn't even bother to set clear expectations and rules from the start. Honestly, I think this was one of the worst events Pet Sim X history. You guys were not clear on how long we had to get it, and for all the people that were actually new, like me, had to sit and grind. Also, don't forget that we have school. You guys should have made it more fair. It kind of sucks that you moved the goalpost on this one. You can't really go from unlimited to limited time and then to a limited quantity. There are multiple screenshots of you saying this, so I think you should either reinstate the unlimited amounts or raise the cap past 50,000. So guys, what do you think about this update? Have you enjoyed the event? Do you think they have been a little bit underhanded with how they've managed it? Do you think it's been worth it? Do you think it's been fair? In all honesty, I don't know. I really don't know. I kind of knew it was going to go this way. I knew they would change the goalpost. And in all honesty, I am just literally disappointed in how this event has been handled. It should have been such a good event, raising the profile for my restaurant, because as I said, I did enjoy doing it. And I would have probably continued to play the game. But just down to how this has been all handled, I really don't want to. And to be fair, I am really considering no longer participating in the Pet Simulator X. I know I'm just one of millions of people that play the game, but I don't know. I'm over it. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm so sorry to have rambled on for such a long period of time. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to like and subscribe, turn on those notifications, and I will see you next time. Bye bye butterflies.